Good morning, students. Today we are going for Raman effect. Okay, what is Raman effect? Very important question. Previously asked question. Okay, Raman effect and experimental arrangement of Raman effect and classical theory of Raman effect. Okay, these are the important concepts, right? So we will see what is Raman effect. Raman effect. Here, when any monochromatic, a strong intense monochromatic light passes through a gas, liquid or any transparent solid body, a fraction of light will be scattered in all directions. See, when any monochromatic light, okay, monochromatic single wavelength light, when any monochromatic light will falls on gas, liquid, okay, gas, liquid or any transparent solid body. What happens when any light falls on the monochromatic light falls on the gas, liquid or transparent solid? What happens? A small fraction of light will be scattered in all directions. Okay, right? So the scattered light consists of frequencies greater and smaller than the incident light. Okay, frequencies greater and smaller than the incident light frequency. This is nothing but what? Raman effect. Okay, when we incident a monochromatic light of some single frequency or single wavelength light, when it falls on the gas or liquid or any transparent solid, what happens? It will be scattered in all directions. Okay, now the scattered light consists of what? In addition to the incident light frequency, we are getting greater frequencies and smaller frequencies of light. Okay, so that is what Raman effect. Actually, this effect is discovered in 1928. Right here, the incident frequency. In addition to the incident frequency of light, we are getting what? Two extra lines. Those are what? Frequency greater than the incident frequency, nothing but what? Anti-Stokes lines. The frequency which are greater than the incident light frequency are anti-Stokes lines, and the frequency which are smaller than the incident light are nothing but Stokes lines. So, it is simple phenomena. Actually, it is first observed by Rayleigh. Rayleigh observed that whatever the scattered light consists of less intensity frequency of light. Okay, there is no change in frequency or wavelength. Rayleigh observed that when any monochromatic light falls on the substance, it will be scattered. A small fraction of light will be scattered in all directions. So the scattered light, when he observed the scattered light, he observed that the light consists of whatever the intensity, which is less than the incident light. But in 1928, Raman observed that when any monochromatic light, strong light, falls on the substance like gas, what we can say, liquid or solid, liquid or transparent solid, it will be scattered in all directions, and the scattered light consists of what? In addition to the incident frequency, it consists of greater frequencies and smaller frequencies. Okay, so the greater frequencies are called anti-Stokes lines and the smaller frequencies are called Stokes lines. Okay, and the displacement of these anti-Stokes lines and Stokes lines depends upon the scattered material used, and the frequency of whatever the Raman lines depends upon the incident frequency of the light. The displacement will be depend upon the scattered material, and the frequencies of the Raman lines depends upon the incident light frequency. Okay, so this is what Raman effect. Right now, next we are going for experimental study of Raman effect. Important experimental study of Raman effect. So here, so many scientists are they done experiment, okay, upon this whatever the Raman effect. So many investigators. The basic principle of Raman effect, whatever the Raman effect, the basic principle of this experimental arrangement of Raman effect is the when we illuminate a light, strong monochromatic light with scattered substance, okay, it will be scattered. The scattered light will be captured on the photographic plate by using spectrograph, okay, like that. This is the basic principle. Just they illuminated the scattered substance with high intense monochromatic light, and the scattered light will be observed through the spectrograph. This is the basic principle of Raman effect. Now we will see the experimental study of Raman effect. The experimental arrangement is shown in figure. The experimental arrangement is shown in figure. Here the figure consists of what? A source of monochromatic light. Actually, it is a source of mercury lamp. Okay, whatever the light coming from the source, okay, it will be falls on the filter. The filter is used to observe all the frequencies except one frequency. It will use a monochromatic light. Okay, that monochromatic light will passes through the metallic reflector where there is a small opening, and it will falls on the Raman tube. Then after, the scattered light will be observed in the spectrograph, okay, and at the bottom there is some reflector. Whatever the excess light falls on the reflector, it will be sent back, okay. The main parts of the experimental study of Raman effect are: one is mercury source, okay, mercury lamp source to obtain the monochromatic light. The second one is Raman tube. The third one is spectrograph, which is not shown in the figure. The spectrograph will be kept here. It will be like this. The spectrograph will be, okay, not shown in the figure. So like this, these are the three, whatever the three main parts of Raman effects. Okay. Now what happens actually? See, when mercury lamp, whatever the mercury lamp is illuminated, in generally the whatever the source, it should be very strong. Okay, nowadays they are using laser light. Okay, laser light to obtain what? A fine source, a strong source of light. Otherwise, the Raman lines will be, we will get the low frequency lines. Okay, right? So low intense lines. So that's why we will use what? Nowadays they are using laser light. Whatever the monochromatic light coming from the mercury lamp, the mercury lamp will provide the all frequencies, right? When it falls, when whatever the light coming from the mercury lamp, it will goes through the filter. We will get a monochromatic light. Now the monochromatic light will be enter through the metallic reflector where there is a small opening, and it will fall on the Raman tube. Raman tube consists of actually a glass tube of 1 to 2 centimeter diameter and 10 to 15 centimeter in long. One end of the Raman tube, Raman glass tube, will be flattened to observe the scattered light. The other end is taken out as an orange shape, and which is blackened. Orange shape. See, the Raman tube consists of what? 1 to 2 centimeters diameter glass tube and 10 to 15 centimeters long. That glass tube will be 10 to 15 centimeters long and 1 to 2 centimeters in diameter. One end is flattened to observe the scattered light. The other end is what? Pulled as an orange shape. Okay, and it is blackened to provide the black background. Okay, right? So when this Raman tube is surrounded by the water jacket in which a cold water is entered to avoid the overheating of specimen. The whatever the specimen substance, scattering substance will be kept in the Raman tube. Okay, either it may be gas or a powder, liquid or a solid. Okay, when we use a gas, we will keep that gas at some few centimeter mercury of pressure. When we use a solid, we will mix that solid with the liquid paraffin. Okay, so when the light falls on the Raman tube, what happens? the light will be scattered from the specimen placed in the glass tube, and the scattered light will be emerged to the one end of the glass tube, and the scattered light will be observed by the spectrograph. Okay, that's spectrograph. So the scattered light consists of what? Including incident frequency, it will consist of what? Greater frequencies and smaller frequencies. Okay, at last we will get a reflector, metallic reflector. The unwanted, whatever the light falls on the reflector, it will be sent back. So this is the experimental arrangement of Raman effect. Raman effect and experimental arrangement. Okay, in the next class we will see classical theory of Raman effect. Okay, thank you.